Hello, my new residents of the United States. In this video, I am going to talk about credit. So we hear that thrown around a lot, but what does that actually mean? For those of you who don't know, I work for an international teacher recruitment agency, so I've helped many people move to the US and I have seen a lot. I've also unfortunately seen a lot of people ruin their credit only after arriving a few months in the US. So I really don't want that to happen to you, and it's very important that you understand this. I do want to mention I'm not a financial advisor, so please do your own research, talk to a professional, make your own decisions. This video is purely for educational purposes. Without further ado, let's get into it. So what is credit in the US? I know you hear about it a lot, but it's very important that you understand exactly what that means. So in the US, credit is a system that shows how trustworthy you are to either banks, lenders, landlords at borrowing money and repaying money. So I want to reiterate this definition. Credit is the ability to be able to borrow money or obtain goods and services now with the agreement that you're going to pay later for them, normally with interest. So think about a mortgage, a loan, but again, there are some exceptions to this, like a credit card. I'm going to do a separate video on credit cards. Utilities, generally, if you pay that off within that month when your bill is due, you're not paying extra interest on that. Banks, landlords, car dealers, and even some employers look at your credit to decide whether they want to approve you for different things like renting an apartment, renting a house, getting a credit card, buying a car. This can also affect how much you're paying on interest rates, getting a loan. So you have student loans, mortgages, personal loans, and sometimes they even check your credit for setting up utilities or even a phone plan. So why is credit important? Well, you can have good credit, average credit, and bad credit, and this is evaluated on a credit score. So I will do a whole separate video on credit scores and how to improve your credit score that you definitely should check out next. The better your credit score is, that means you have a better chance of being approved for apartments, lower interest rates on insurance and loans, higher credit limits. That means if you apply for a loan, you'll get more money. A credit card, you might have a higher limit than someone who has lower credit. And you can even pay lower deposits when you rent a house or an apartment and on utilities. When you first arrive in the US, you will have no credit. This is not a great position to be in, but it's better than having bad credit. Since you have no credit at all, you may be seen as high risk to lenders, utility companies, and landlords. Once you have bad credit, and again, you never want to be in that position, it is hard to improve your score, and it can take sometimes even years. So again, you don't want to be in that position. I don't know how much I can keep stressing this to people. So please make sure you check out my video on credit scores and how to build and increase your credit score. The easiest thing you can do, almost as soon as you step onto US soil, is to pay your bills on time. Not only will this improve your credit score, but if you don't pay your bills on time, your credit will get bad very quickly. So you really don't have a choice. If this is something like apartment complexes, houses, rent, if you don't pay your bills on time for that and it's consistent, you might get evicted. If you're not paying your utility bills on time, those utilities will probably be cut off. They might give you some sort of a grace period where they'll charge you interest, but again, you're paying more for nothing. And eventually they'll shut those off if you don't pay. So again, do the right thing, help your credit, and pay your bills on time. You really do not want to be in a position where you're starting off your credit report with bad credit, and it's just very hard to improve in the future. So I hope with this video you have a better understanding of what credit is And please go ahead and watch my next video about credit scores and how to build and improve your credit. Thank you for watching. I hope you learned something, and if you like this video, please like and subscribe. I'll see you next time.